Brisk Mornings, poem by Brian Raleigh. The activities of natural life in the brisk mornings give emotion and soul to the great and wide land. The swinging trees to the wind with fish jumping out of the rivers, and the jolly frogs springing from lily pads into the pond of dead bulls, and the deadly mosquitoes sucking the blood of other animals, breeding more chaos into the land. In the brisk mornings, you can smell the breeze of fresh air and exhale with immense relief. The bears tear at the air trying to catch the fish going into their next phase. The eagle glided in the air, waiting for its prey to peek out of its hole. The fishermen prepare their hooks with bait. In the brisk mornings, one can feel the cold water run through their toes as they sit at the edge of a boat. The moose eating bark left over from lumberjacks chopping trees. As one of the lumberjacks was carrying the chopped wood, they stepped on some moose poop. The lumberjack was disgusted and went to change his boots while throwing the other boots away into the garbage that contained a raccoon in it. The raccoon that was inside the garbage canister was hit by the boat. In the brisk mornings, a mailman journeying past his normal area had also stepped on the moose poop. He kept his boot on, which scared away the bear that had been messing with the outdoor fridge. The bear too had stepped in the moose poop when he was running from the stinky mailman's poop. In the brisk mornings, a rural villager had come to give some knowledge of the hunting of land creatures and the water dwellers. The rural villager had also stepped in the moose poop and kept talking to one of the lumberjacks, trying to convince him not to destroy the land. The rural villager then returned to the village, angered with the actions of the lumberjack, and his mucklucks had been spoiled by the moose poop. Along the way, he encountered the bear that had been scared off and now wants to attack the rural villager. The rural villager revealed his slingshot and shot at the bear, once again scaring off the bear. While the bear was running, he ran into the moose pooping and got kicked backwards into the pond of once jolly frogs. Now startled and sprung out of the way of the falling shadow of the bear. The tadpoles had been smushed and had made the frogs saddened. In the brisk mornings, the bunny hops to their heartbeat while being chased by the starving fox. The starving fox had also run into the moose poop, now stuck in the gooey diarrhea of the moose. The fox went back to its den, depressed and starving, waiting for the next day. The wolf too chased the bunny and ran into the rural villager along his journey to his village. The rural villager decided to tame the wolf in a wild and forceful way. In the brisk mornings, no one can notice the small petite animal kingdoms working together finding food. The ants serve their ant queen. The bees are pollinating the flowers in the meadow. The wasps are aggressive and ready to attack other bugs. The dung beetles collect the dung or the poop of the moose. Termites chipping at the wood of the lumberjacks. The lumberjacks slapped at the termites, knocking them into the moose poop. In the brisk mornings, far from the mainland, a pelican lays its eggs on the rocks that lay upon the ocean. Traveled across the oceans and randomly end up near where the lumberjacks, the rural villager, the bear that ran off, the bunny being chased, the frog was startled, the pelican had landed, and fly around sightseeing around a wild environment that had chaos upon it. The pelican wasn't looking in front of herself and hit a branch, dropping down onto the moose's poop. The pelican was stuck just like the fox was, struggling out of the mess of diarrhea from the moose. The pelican struggled to fly because of gooey diarrhea. Eventually, they cleaned themselves off of the poo. Now, it is noon, and the humans and the animals take a break from the most chaotic morning, a diarrhea-filled morning to be specific. Enjoy lunchtime while you still can.